All right, right here is my 2002 Volkswagen Jetta GLI 24 valve VR6. The previous owner, Dave, kept phenomenal care of it. However, I've had it in my hands for a little over a year now, and I've kind of neglected it, which is why it is the way it is. I want to showcase how you can have a decent daily driver without breaking the bank. So we're gonna clean this thing up. Let's get into it. So let's talk about what we know about the car already. Like I said, I bought it from Dave and he treated this thing like it was his show car and took good care of it. I bought it to be my daily, so I didn't have to drive the Supra in the winter, but we all know how that went. The car has been extremely good to me. It's never ever left me stranded, and I haven't had any crazy issues or anything like that. It's a 6-speed manual, 135,000 miles on it. There's a lot of lights on the dash in typical Volkswagen fashion. But I think what we're gonna deal with today is replacing this handbrake, because it looks like it has like a yellow tooth from a smoker that smoked like 1,000 packs of cigarettes. I hate how it looks. It instantly makes it look bad. And then also the armrest, the stock one was just torn up and destroyed, so I bought like one off ECS, and that was a mistake. I should have just waited and got an OEM one, because this thing broke instantly. It's no good. So we're gonna replace that. And then in addition to that, I hate how the stock steering wheels on the Jetta looks, at least this year. I have a perforated one from like a 20th anniversary that I'm going to install as well on this, and I think that's gonna clean up. It's the 3-spoke, and I think it's gonna do wonders for the interior. Not to mention, I got a handbrake that also matches. It's that perforated, so you got the steering wheel matching, and then I picked up an OEM armrest to be replaced too. So we're gonna definitely throw that in today. Things first, we gotta give this puppy a bath. It's been a hot minute since I've actually washed this thing. I've never actually really washed it good since I've owned it, other than running it through the auto wash a couple times during winter just to try and keep some salt off of it. Thank you. Looks like I fucking pissed myself. So luckily I have like my own little pressure washer at home, and I got some snow foam, and we're gonna give this thing the treatment. We'll do the outside, start with that first, then we'll head on over to the inside. Right after that, we'll start tearing apart some of the interior to install the mods, but also that's a good time to clean everything out. I'm sure it's gonna be gross and we'll probably find some weird stuff. Okay. Turn that on. Pretty slick. We'll pull this way out. What's nice about it is it's a little bit loud, but it only runs when you're pulling the trigger. It doesn't just stay running, so. Yeah. This stuff smells so good. Just cakes it on, my lord. Just painting the car. Sure, let's get on them wheels too. Now the car looks like when I had it parked outside in the winter. Smells so good. I wish you guys could smell it right now. Let me show you what I'm using, because I like this stuff. This is no type of plug, it's just what I like using. This is the Armor All Snow Foam Wash. It cakes on, works well with my pressure washer. Ooh, nice, we're getting a little bit of shade now. That cloud cover couldn't have came at a better time, but that's a really small cloud, so we gotta hurry! The absorber dries big stuff faster and easier. You keep it a little damp, and I have used this thing for years. And this shit does wonders. I just drag it across all the surfaces and it dries it out. This car 100% needs like a full like paint correction and detail. We're not doing that today, but I do plan on eventually doing that because I think this could value it so dang much. So that's the main goal, is to get a full paint correction on this. I just don't have that kind of money and I don't have the stuff to do it, but the series does well. We treat the Jetta well. Okay, pro tip for you guys. This stuff, legit, Spray Away, world's best glass cleaner. Gels put me on this. I don't know, it's cheap and it is the best glass cleaner I've used. I think you can get it at like O'Reilly's and stuff. It might even be in just like normal stores too. I don't think it's like specifically automotive, but it works so damn good. It's cheap. Check this out. Again, not a plug. This is just some like, over the years I've been using stuff. Gels said, try this at a car show once. I used it. I never looked back. Got that foam action. Woo! That's how this shit make me feel. It make me feel happy. I'm gonna want, boys. Next up is the interior, and that is going to be a doozy. I just thought of something that every single Volkswagen owner needs to do and I have not done, and I should be shamed into oblivion. If you guys haven't, the reason that your fenders and rockers rust out is these guards right here. You see almost every single Volkswagen, at least in the Midwest, maybe everywhere in the world, is rusted out on the fenders. Mine might have started getting a little bit because the previous owner always did this and he told me to do it and I just didn't, like an idiot, but I'm doing it now. Let's see what's behind here. Oh God, what's behind door number 1? Oh! Honey car! No way, dude. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my God. Check this out. There is so much dirt and leaves and it's just like, if I can get it to focus, it is moist back here. Oh man, I'm growing a garden. I'm gonna need to grab a glove. 1 second. Oh my God. Everyone, if you have a Volkswagen, you gotta do this. Look at this. Here's what was freaking, oh, dude, is that a mouse? Oh my God, that's a freaking mouse. Yuck. Poor dude, that's not the spot you want to live. Well, that was wild. I was expecting some debris, but not a dead mouse. Took care of him, gave him a burial, and we had a service. It was nice. It was nice. We're gonna have dinner and pay our respects. So make sure to clean out your fender liner. That way you don't have leaves, dirt, animals, rust. Okay, first things first, let's just get all the junk out of the car, and then, so like the trash, paper, blankets. My dog likes to ride in the back, so we do that. We have random paper. I think we have lawn chairs. We'll take the floor mats out and then we can spray those off. Let's get going. Trash, dog treat. I think the lady at McDonald's gave us a straw wrapper. Receipts for bacon, egg, and cheese bagel, the best breakfast menu items there is. That's a lot of straw wrappers. Man, I'm a pig. This looks like a menu for China Garden. Hell yeah. Dude, China Garden slaps. I'm kind of hungry now. Oh, another little fun fact about the Jetta is the back doors don't work, at least unlocking. So manually unlocking works. The button, they won't unlock. So we can still get into it. All right, blanket. Toss that. What is this? I mean, this thing's fucked, whatever it is. Oh, it's our old poster. Memories. Got a random gloved coffee glass from our apartment and a windshield scraper, but I'm gonna think positive and I don't think we need that for a little bit yet. Next up, I suppose, is floor mats. Figure that out. Oh my God. Ew, these front ones are nasty. Yo, let's go! Not staged. We making money today, boys. It's the best thing I've ever done. There's also a really gross French fry. No. More money. More money alert. More money alert. How much money do I have in this car? Dude, this shit's like a fucking ATM. Let's go. So here's the difference in armrest. This is like the ECS tuning one I bought that's cheap and aftermarket. It ended up breaking almost immediately. Didn't fit well. This is an OEM one. It does have the mesh top, but I couldn't find an OEM leather one. And this one was a pretty good deal. And it seems like it's in great condition. Everything works very well on it. Super clean. I got it from One Love. So hopefully we can get this installed. I think we should be able to. I'm gonna take out the whole center console. That way we can hopefully remove the handbrake as well. Here's another reason that we got to replace the armrest. Hello?
I'm over here stroking my
All right, let's see if we can start to get this center console out. Now we did break some of the tabs originally when we were doing some stuff on this. Something with this tray. Okay, that came off. Is that supposed to come off? I'm an idiot. There's some screws in here. I watched a YouTube video.
Hey guys, Chris Fix here.
Money. Sound like Sonic. Okay guys, I have no idea what I'm doing. I've never swapped a handbrake handle before in my life. So what I did is I looked at this. It's like, okay, bolt here, bolt here, bolt here. 3 bolts. There's something with like a mechanism that we gotta play with here. So pro tip, one thing I always do before doing something that I've never done before is I just take a picture of it so I can kind of see what it looked like before I fucked it all up. Oh, let's get going. We gotta take this off, I think. Oh God, for the armrest anywho. Okay, one. Do another one too. Progress. Progress. That is a weird one. Now we have the little switch for the e-brake. Okay, that popped off easy enough. Now we just need to pull this sucker off. Look at that, boys. Look at that nasty yellow fucking tooth on there. That's grody. All right, let's see if we can just... If it was that easy, I'll shit my pants. So what I'm doing here is I'm trying to tighten up the handbrake cable a little bit so when it's resting, it doesn't pop out on us because we don't want that. And when we lift, pulls it up, but we gotta tighten her a little bit more. We're getting there. All right, little update for you guys. The handbrake is in, and I think it's functional. Let's go. Okay, next up, we're gonna take, this is the original piece from the armrest. Needs to go here, so it looks like this piece is this piece, and this piece need to slide up, and then bolt go through there, and then voila, new armrest. So if it's that simple, I will be happy. I can't tell you how excited I am to have a functioning armrest though. Okay, yeah, I think it's good. Oh. All right, so we have both of these. This is the older grubby one here. This is the new one. They look like they're about the same. This one feels a little bit thicker, but it's so grubby and nasty. I kind of want to just put the new one in. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to loosen this fucker way up. Okay. No. I feel like something ain't lining up somewhere. I am so sweaty. It looks way, way better. And it's nice to have a functioning armrest. I know some people don't like the armrest in these. I do like it. Feels good, feels solid. Handbrake's looking good. Next up, steering wheel. Let's see if we can pick lock the steering wheel off. This is always sketch. Real quick before we throw in the new steering wheel, I wanted to give a shout out to Petrolbox. They are the reason that the Jetta build is even happening at all. So make sure to support them because it is an actual really cool way to get different car products, from apparel to detailing products to even tools. I was so stoked when I opened mine up and I had a 10 mil in there. I know the joke is everybody loses a 10 mil, but I legitimately do. So when I had an extra one, I was stoked. They have a completely different lineup for each type of enthusiast and each type of price point. You can go with a basic box or a premium box depending on what you want to spend, and it comes with a bunch of different stuff from decals to detailing stuff that I use all the time. They even have a bunch of pet products on their website, like different collars with car liveries that are inspired by certain brands. I have one on Kai and I absolutely love it. So make sure to show some love to Petrolbox because they helped me out on this series. If you want to learn more or check out Petrolbox, check the description down below. I'll have a link to them, and let's get back to installing the steering wheel. This part is always like mission impossible, sketches me out. We do have no battery power whatsoever. I checked, it's been unplugged for, I don't know, probably an hour now. There's a little hole on the back side of the steering wheel. We got to get the screwdriver in there and kind of pry the spring. The airbag should release, and then we flip it over, do it on the other side. However, it's just like never that easy. I feel like my screwdriver here might be too long. I can't tell. It's hitting the dash. I'm gonna get a shorter screwdriver. We're already running into issues. I've done this on my 20th anniversary. It's like the longer I do it, the more I expect the airbag to just explode in my face randomly. Yeah. Oh, there we go. There she goes. Let's fucking go.
Bomb has been defused.
There we go. Airbag out. That's the hard part. Okay, scariest part's done. We got a little bit of wiring and then that big old bolt in there. So we'll take this off. That's good. I should be able to just slide that right off. Wait, is there another? Oh, there's two. Okay, here we go. Then if you look really closely on here, you can see there's a little line and we'll know that's center. So now we gotta grab our other steering wheel, get some Loctite. Okay, now I'm just making sure this shit is center. I feel like it's one tooth off. There we go. The next day, I was super hot, super sweaty. I had to change my clothes, but the car is feeling so much better. However, we just have one more mod I gotta do here. I am an absolute sucker for strawberry lemonade air fresheners. Like, I'm obsessed with these. I got them when I was like 18. Like, a friend had them in their car and I was like, what is that smell? And I have bought these ones ever since. And then on top of that, they were like extremely hard to find and I thought they were gonna be done. So I just went on Amazon one day and like bulk purchased like 100 of them. But then they don't fit in the Supra. Like, the clip that's on them doesn't fit in the Supra. So I just really haven't been able to use them. But I couldn't think of a better time than right now. Oh yeah, I'm gonna fucking slap 2 in here. Maybe we'll put 3, because there's one thing to have a clean car, but a car that smells good and is clean, just icing on the cake. Spread the love. Put one on that side too. So we didn't engine swap the car, we didn't slap a huge turbo on it, but the point of this video is I hope I can just inspire one person to get out and work on their daily and just clean it up. Whether that's actually going through and giving her a quick wax, vacuuming out the interior, or replacing a few OEM parts. Just because it's a part not everyone will realize, I promise you will realize it every single time you drive the car, get in the car, and it'll make you happy. So get out there, work on your car, and thanks for watching the first episode of Good Daily Driver. Stay tuned for the next one.